Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Wendy. The purpose of this video is to show you the techniques for my Lacy Vest pattern if you have purchased it from Ravelry or Etsy or Ribbler. You can also just follow along with the video to make the large size of the vest. So let's get into it. The vest starts with a chain of 103. For your first row, double crochet in the fourth chain from the hook and across. The vest is quite a simple design, so I'm not going to remake the whole thing, but just a sample to show you the different parts of the vest so that if you are a beginner or maybe not very strong at reading patterns yet, this will make sense to you and you will be successful in making it for yourself. Your 103 chains will turn into 101 double crochets, including the chain 3 turning chain at the end. This row is called the foundation row on your pattern. We're now going to move on to the row marked row 1. This pattern is a 2-row repeat. For row 1, chain 3 and turn, then work 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So this one right at the base of the turning chain is the first stitch. We don't want to use that one, it belongs to the chain. So the second stitch is at the top of the second double crochet here. Work your 2 double crochets into that. Then skip 2 stitches and work 3 double crochets into the next one. And then repeat. Skip 2, work 3 into the next one, skip 2, work 3 into the next one, down to the other end. At the other end, you'll find yourself with 3 stitches left, so 2 double crochets and the turning chain. Skip over those last 2 double crochets and work 2 double crochets into the top chain of your turning chain. Okay, so that's what that first row looks like. For row 2, the pattern will ask you to chain 3 and turn. And now we're going to start our double wraparound stitch row. I did another video on this stitch recently, but we'll recap it here. What you're going to do is to put a double crochet in the second and third stitches. So in the second one of this first V and the first one of the group of 3. Then work a half double crochet around the post of those 2 stitches. So pick up a loop, go around the 2 stitches, pick up another loop, and then draw one through all 3. That's your double wraparound stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, and do the same thing in the last double crochet and the first double crochet of the groups. So double, wrap around with your half double, chain 1, skip 1, double, wrap around with a half double, chain one, and continue that down to the end of the row. At the other end of the row, you'll work your 3 double crochets in the last chain one space, and then skipping over your double wraparound stitch, work 2 double crochets in the top of the turning chain. And that's your repeat. You'll repeat row 2 and 3 over and over again, going back and forth until your piece measures 21 inches, which is the height for the back for the large size. Next, you'll move on to the right and left front of the vest, which is worked in the same way with the 2-row repeat, and then there's a decreasing section on either side at the front. For the front right, you'll start with a chain of 52 for the large size. Work your foundation row of double crochets just like you did for the back. Then your row 1 of your groups of 3 double crochets, and then your row 2 and row 3 repeat. Do the row 2 and row 3 repeat for a total of 14 inches for the large size, ending on a row 3, which is your groups of 3 double crochets. Then we'll start the decrease, and I'll show you how that works. Chain 3 and turn. So this is going to be on the right hand side, and it's going to start decreasing this way. So for our row 2, which is our double wraparound row, instead of putting it in the second and third stitches, we're going to decrease by skipping over that one and going to the next spot, which is the last double crochet in this first group of 3 and the first double crochet in the second group of 3. So work your first double wrap around in that space, chain 1, and continue across as you did with row 2 before. Coming back with the second row of the repeat, simply put your last 2 double crochets in the top of the turning chain as usual. So that's how you do the decrease for the right front. Repeat those 2 rows, decreasing on your row 2 and then a regular row 3 as you go up until the total piece matches the size or the height of the back piece. So in this case, that was 21 inches. Then bind off. The left front is worked in the same way. Chain your 52 for the large, do your foundation row and your row 1, then your row 2 and 3 repeat over and over for 14 inches to get you to the decreases for the front. But on the left front, the decreases will happen at the end of the row. So you're going to end on a row 3, then do a regular row 2 and decrease at the end of that row by skipping the last double wraparound stitch. So instead of doing the last one here, like I typically would do, I'm going to skip over that one and simply do my double crochet in the top of the turning chain. Then chain 3 and turn, and just like before, work 2 double crochets in the first chain 1 space and 3 in all of the other chain 1 spaces. Then you'll decrease at the end of the next row again. So decrease at the end of every row 2, work every row 3 even, and that will give you your decrease for the left-hand side of the neck opening. Continue decreasing on every other row, so the row 2s, until you get to the same length as the back and the right front. Then bind off. And now we get to the finishing of the vest. The finishing of the vest is pretty straightforward, but I'll talk you through it, just in case this is your first time making a garment like this. So you're going to take your front and your back and sew it together at the shoulders, or just do a single crochet row to fasten those together. That's step 1. The next step 2 is to sew the underarm seams. So starting at the bottom, sew up about 10 inches, or if you want the armhole a little bit smaller, you can do a little more than that. But I like a generous armhole so I can wear it with any top. So about 10 inches up the bottom on either side. The next step on your pattern will be to work this edging around the bottom. So starting on the wrong side of the right front, attach your thread in that corner, work a double crochet in the base of each of the double crochets that were already there, because remember we had one foundation row of double crochets, so you're going to work in the other side of that starting chain all the way around the vest to the other front corner, and then turn and go all the way back. So you'll have a total of 3 rows for a bottom edging. Then without cutting the thread, because you'll be ending on this side, turn it sideways and start working up the front of the vest all the way around the neck and all the way down the other side. And the pattern says how to do this. You'll put 2 double crochets in the edge of each row, all the way up and around, then 1 in each of the double crochets at the back of the neck, and 2 in the end of each row going down the other side. Then turn and do 2 more rows of double crochet to finish off this nice edging around the front. Now there's just one thing left to do, and that's to put a bit of an edge around these armholes to firm them up a bit. Join your yarn at the base of the armhole and work 2 single crochets in the end of each row all the way around the armhole, and then bind off again at the other side. So just 1 row of single crochet around the armhole, and then the vest will be finished. I hope that this little video helped you to understand the pattern and be able to create this vest for yourself. If you would like a link to the pattern, you'll find it in the description below. It's available for just a couple of dollars, and it's a really nice layering vest for those days that are just a little too cool for a blouse or a t-shirt. I'm so glad that you joined me today. If you liked the video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. In the meantime, have a super day.